indeed, it is the pinnacle of all discussions, Monday edition, right here on Flow 94.9 FM. It is the flow of God's own state. Apologies, we're starting behind schedule, but when you hear the voice of my guest, you will know that it is worth it, because we had to cross the T's and dot the I's just to ensure that we bring you today's edition of the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM. It is the flow of God's own state. We deal with those issues affecting our country, Nigeria, and also our dear state, Abia State. We dissect them. And sometimes we have interviews so that we can make better decisions in the nearest future. Welcome on board. My name is Michael Oni. Now, this morning, we're talking politics, especially as far as party politics is concerned, right here in Abia State. So much of politicking going on in the ruling People's Democratic Party. Many individuals are throwing their hats to the ring and also coming out to say, I will be vying for this elective position come 2023 general elections. And it is a time that they are still known as aspirants, because they are yet to get the nod of the party. But there are so many politics and intrigues playing out behind the scene, and you should get to know that. I will be speaking to one of the aspirants who is seeking to becoming the governor of Abia State come 2023 general elections. Of course, it's a known name in politics as far as politics is concerned in this state, Abia State. He's no other person but the deputy governor of Abia State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu, PhD. He's not a new name in Abia politics. He has been on the turf for as much as 19 years, being part of previous administrations. Like he admitted, he's seen the boom and maybe the gloom of Abia politics. Then he has thrown his heart into the ring to challenge for the ticket of the ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP, and he's gunning for the number one job to replace his boss, the governor of Abia State, Dr. Okezie. Well, the battle is on, and today on the platform, we're excited to bring to you this exclusive chat on Flow 94.9 FM on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Abia State. Glad to have you join us. Welcome to the platform on Flow FM.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. For the benefit of our listener and for the sake of the job you are applying for, who is Ude Oko Chukwu?
Thank you very much. My name is Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu. Ude Oko Chukwu is from Etitiamankporo in Abia local government area. By training and by profession, I'm a chartered accountant. Let me start from how I started.
Okay.
Yeah, I attended my primary school and secondary school in my village, Mboro. Thereafter, I left for higher education in Lagos. My first point of call was Federal College of Education, Technical Akoka, where I read accounting education. After that, I proceeded to University of Lagos, where I did my BSc and MSc in accounting. And thereafter, and very recently, I then concluded it with a PhD degree in finance.
Okay.
After that, you talk about my, I think the one that will be much more important to us here is my political sojourn.
Okay, let's delve into politics proper because of our time.
Yeah.
So much of intrigues playing out, especially in your party, the People's Democratic Party. And I'm sure that you've made consultations before coming out to say, yes, I want to replace my boss after his tenure. We would want to know how the stakeholders that you met are reacting to your ambition.
Yeah, like I've said in several places, my coming out was not really a decision that I took in a day. I had to consult with a lot of stakeholders. Some also even approached me, a lot of messages, phone calls and all that, and visits. Having considered my experiences, my exposure in politics, and my performances, and they feel that I should be better positioned to take over from where my boss will be stopping by the end of 2023. So it was a wide consultation, and even after my declaration, I think I've been, receiving a lot of, commendations.
Did they give you the go ahead?
Yeah.
Are they in your support?
Everybody. Like I said, most people came to me and asked me to go ahead.
Okay.
And those people that I even approached, encouraged me to go ahead. Even this morning, people, keep calling and asking you to go ahead.
So the governor is a stakeholder of the party.
Yeah.
You declared when the governor was not around, and many analysts and watchers are saying maybe the governor is not in support of your ambition. Is he aware?
No, that must be a very wrong
analysis. Okay.
There is no way. Is a governor, is my boss that I have worked over the years closely, and we have a very wonderful and robust relationship. I discuss with him. He's just like you said. He's one of the stakeholders, and above all, he's my governor and my boss. So I had a discussion with him, and he never said I shouldn't run. I had a very robust
discussion. So it means he's supporting your ambition. He never said you shouldn't run. It means
he
said you should run.
He never said. I'll tell you that he never said I shouldn't run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So let's talk about why you want to become the governor of Abia State, Your Excellency. You've been there. You've been a politician, not a career politician, because you've been in finance for a while before you became a legislator. Then later on, straight to the executive as the Deputy Governor of Abia State, and you've been very loyal to Okezie Ikpeazu's administration. And one will be asking, why do you want to become the governor? What impact do you want to make that you've not made in the past 8 years or thereabout, that you've been the past 7, it's going to be 8 by next year, that you've been with Okezie Ikpeazu's administration?
Yeah, I must tell you that just like you rightly pointed out, I've been around. I haven't been in the House of Assembly for effectively close 12 years. Okay. And also been a speaker for 4 years. I can tell you that if I don't say that I have full knowledge, I can tell you that I have much knowledge about what happens in the legislative arm of government of this state. And also being a deputy governor for this number of years, I can also tell you that, can attest to the fact that I have much knowledge about what happened in the executive arm. And I also want to say, yes, you're right, but I must tell you that I've been around, but unfortunately I have not been at the driver's seat.
Okay.
And I also know that within this number of years, Abia State, as a state, they have invested so much on me. They have invested so much on me by way of training, because while I was in the House, it's a period of training. While I was also even in the executive arm, is also a period of training, and I'm also paid for all these positions. So I feel highly indebted to this state, that these experiences cannot just be thrown away. They have given me so much, and I need to give back to Abia State what they have expended so much over my destiny for this number of years. So that is it. So I think I have enough knowledge of what it takes to govern the state. And like I said, I can tell you that I have like I was telling them, the day of my declaration, I can accept being part of the successes and also being responsible for some of the shortcomings. And along the line, I also talked about the missing link. The missing link is that there are certain things that we do, and people said, you didn't do, you probably would have done this, you probably would have done that, and I'm aware of those things. And some of them.
Now, I was just going back to ask you the missing link you talked about during your declaration.
Fine.
You've been around powers for some years. So what is that missing link?
No. Those missing links are just those things, those issues that people raise after a particular administration, and they said they would have done this thing this way.
Okay.
They would have done this. They would have done this. And I am conscious of those things. Some of them are things that we have, even in this present administration, we have taken them up. You understand? Take for instance, in what I regard as missing link, maybe in the first administration where I served. In the second one, that's government probably took care of those things, and this other one took care of them. There are some that have not been taken care of, and I understand those things. But somebody who is not there probably will not be able to understand those missing links that we are talking about, and people talked about in those years.
All right. In case you just joined us, it is the platform, a special edition indeed. We've been speaking with the Deputy Governor of Abia State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu, PhD. And of course, as you know, he's not a new name in Abia politics. He's been Speaker, he's been Deputy Governor, he has been at the House of Assembly, and now he's vying for the #1 seat. He wants to become the driver of the of Abia State come 2023. As you know, once some persons came out and said, well, that's very daring. He's been Deputy Governor and he wants to become the governor. So, and they are asking question, what exactly is he going to do differently at this time if given the chance? And that's, you've heard him, so much he's been saying about especially the missing link. Now let's talk about party politics. So much of intrigues playing out in your party. You've been very loyal to the People's Democratic Party, and the zoning arrangement is generating a lot of reactions. Double zoning, which is unprecedented, we've not seen it before, and I don't know what your reaction, although the zoning arrangement that is in place, that has been adopted by the party and also accepted by the elders of the party, favors you because you're from Abia North Senatorial District. But what about this? Some persons call it strange zoning, double zoning, which is happening for the first time. What do you make of this?
I am a member of PDP, and I must also tell you that I am a faithful member of PDP. Whatever is the decision of the party, as far as I'm concerned, is okay by me.
Okay.
It's okay by me, but people are entitled to their own opinion. Some people can criticize it based on from the angle that they are seeing it, because actually the truth of the matter is that it's strange, like you said. People would have expected you either say we zone to north or to central or to south, or you leave it open. Are you getting what I'm saying? So, but for you to say you zone to A and B, it's a little bit strange.
Don't you think it will cause confusion?
But for me,
in the party,
once is the decision of the party. Like I said, there is what you call supremacy of the party and loyalty. So that is just that. Once the decision is taken, for me, it's okay by me.
But what do you think about someone from the North Senatorial District, Abia North Senatorial District, getting a shot at a government house? I'm sure that's why you're coming out.
Yeah, I'm from the North. I'm from the North.
And you believe it is a turn of the North?
I must tell you, if we should do things, my opinion is different from, might be different from what is the opinion of the party. But I think since through party analysis and also through providence.
Yes.
From 1999, it's been from the north to central, from central to south. You understand? Common sense demands that it should move back to north. But that notwithstanding, it was whatever party agrees and decide on. I'm a party loyalist. I will abide by what is the decision of the party.
We have a lot of persons aspiring to become the candidate of the party, just like you're also aspiring. Would you subscribe to a consensus candidate from your zone, from Abia North Senatorial District?
You see, for you to consensus, yes, is okay, but it's a function of so many factors.
Okay.
A lot of individuals have, like you rightly observe, have purchased form.
Yeah. And
how do you arrive at consensus? It means you have to bring everybody together and plead with X, Y, Z, and say, what can we do? Let one person, Mr. A and Mr. B, drop and all that, and allow Mr. C to go. That can only happen if those people that you are talking to agreed and said, okay, we'll buy into it. Are you getting what I'm saying? And also, it's a function of what the ability of the stakeholders from that zone what they're able to do. Would they be able to galvanize and bring these people together and said, let's do it this way? You understand what I'm saying? So it's something that's ordinarily, if it can be achieved, it will be okay. But if it cannot be achieved, I mean, I think it's a tall order for now.
All right. So going by the number of aspirants again, many are scared, afraid that it might affect the decision of the delegates that will vote during the primaries of your party. Probably there will be money politics that will play out. I don't know. What do you make of that? Do you think the delegates will be swayed to maybe go the wrong direction, going by the number of wrong aspirants, the growing number of aspirants rather?
Well, I think this is an opportunity for me to also use this time to talk to our party people, especially the delegates. When God gives us opportunity to become delegates, and some of us tend to forget that is a very important and sacred duty. That whatever you do during primary election, to a large extent, will tell you what will happen to you, members of your family, and to this state in the next 4 years. If we're lucky. If we're not lucky, that might extend to 8 years. So if the decision that you take by electing somebody who might not be able to do what the state wants, or take the state or consolidate on the gains of what we have at the moment, then you discover that it will affect. Have
you reached out to some of these delegates and convinced them that they should vote for you, especially during the primaries?
No, that's the job that we're going to start. We've just been consulting, we've just been talking to people, we've just been talking to delegates. So this is what everybody is doing at the moment.
All right. It is still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. In case you just joined us, we've been speaking with the Deputy Governor of Abia State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu, PhD, and we've been talking politics. We'll take a break now. When we return, we're going to talk briefly about governance, because I'm sure he won't be here. We won't ask questions, especially as he mentioned that he has been part of this administration, the success of this administration, and also the shortcomings. So let's ask what he's going to do differently, especially looking at the shortcomings, if given the chance to become the governor of Abia State. We'll take a break now. When we return, the conversation continues. Don't forget we're live on Facebook, facebook.com/Flow949. All right, thank you very much for staying tuned. Still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM, the flow of God's own state. And it's a special edition. If you've been following the conversation, we've been speaking with His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Abia State, Right Honorable Sir Ude Oko Chukwu, PhD, and we've been talking about his ambition to become the Governor of Abia State come 2023. As you know, he has been part of this administration, and he bought form, the gubernatorial form from his party that he's been loyal to, the People's Democratic Party. And we've been talking about that ambition, some party politics, the zoning formula of the party that is unprecedented. We've not seen it before, and looking at some other issues. But let's continue the conversation now. You can join us on Facebook. We're live on facebook.com/Flow949FM. Now let's talk about I'm sure you have a strategy. You have strategies put in place. At the end of the day, if you get the nod of your party that you should be the candidate of PDP come 2023 in the next general elections. So let's talk about your strategy, because that strategy will also give Abians the opportunity to have an idea of what are your plans, especially some of the shortcomings of this administration, which the public do know. I'm happy that because we cannot have everything smooth, and the success also, you're part of it, but the shortcomings, you're part of it. Some areas of baby salary indebtedness to some parastatals being part of the shortcomings. How are you going to overcome some of these challenges? with looking at your strategy and your plans for Abians?
Thank you very much. You will agree with me that the present administration, you are yet to tell me you are yet to tell me the shortcomings of this particular administration. So
I mentioned some. I said the salary indebtedness to not all the workers,
okay,
because some are paid regularly, while some there are a bit of shortcomings not being paid regularly.
Well, you will agree with me that this particular administration will have done very, very well. We have done very well. Like the salary thing, the salary issue that you're talking about, I don't think there is any. There is no ministry that is being owed as we speak today, unless you are telling me otherwise. But to the best of my knowledge, no worker in the Abia State Civil Service that is being owed today. And I remember that, which is part of the thing that I was talking about. You remember that sometimes, I know that there was a time in this state where we also have backlog of salary arrears for teachers and all that, primary school teachers. I think those things are stories, that's also been resolved.
Okay.
And I will tell you that I will want to consolidate on what we have done so far. We came in terms of area of infrastructure. This particular administration has adequately attended to most of the infrastructural issues, and what we also need is somebody that will also come in to consolidate and build on what has this particular administration has done so far. And if you look at my manifesto, if you look at my manifesto, which I titled Secure Abia. Secure Abia, which is S for security, E for education, and C for care, and all that. So each and every one of these areas are the areas we're going to tackle extensively. Because you discover that there is no way, in all this thing that we're talking about, if you look at the level of insecurity that is in the country, we thank God that in Abia State is relatively peaceful, but that you discover that whatever plans that you might have, or whatever you think you are going to do in this state, you can only do that if there is relative peace in that state. So we must endeavor to put in every effort to ensure that
we have these dwindling resources from the center, which I don't think it's going to get better anytime soon, looking at the statistics available to us from the National Bureau of Statistics. I mean, the federal allocation not getting better anytime soon. So how do you intend to get money to meet up with some of these obligations?
You will also agree with me that presently I'm in charge of IGR Council of the state. You will discover that when we assume office, the IGR of the state was revolving around 400 million monthly. It was recently has gotten up to 1.something billion. Are you getting what I'm saying? That all that we need to do is to look more inwards and put more effort to ensure that the IGR of the state, blossoms. And because, just like you rightly pointed out, that's just the only way we'll be able to meet up with all the challenges and all the issues that we raised that we're going to handle, once we come into office. So I'll tell you that I have an idea of what to do, and that is exactly what we've been doing. So we will build on what we have done so far to ensure that we increase the IGR of the state.
Okay, let's feel the pulse of the people, those listening to us. I mean, the listener of this platform. The platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM. Keep your comments coming in on our Facebook page. You can see them, and we'll definitely read them very soon. We've been speaking with the Deputy Governor of Abia State, His Excellency, Right Honorable Sir Ude Oko Chukwu, PhD, and he's been talking about his ambition to become the candidate of the People's Democratic Party come 2023, and of course then from there he becomes the governor of the state. The lines are open: 0808 182 6949 or 0811 605 2949. You can also drop messages on 0906 510 8289. You have just 45 seconds max to share your thoughts or opinion. Just go straight to the point. Thank you. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? All right.
Good morning.
Go on, please. What's your opinion?
Yes.
Sure.
I guess it's going to contest for governor in Abia State. And his president is the one of how can he start selling agents lies as at now? He said that no workers in that state is being told.
Civil service.
How can he tell us that lies?
Civil
I'm
service.
telling to you now. Ministries have been told from 2014, promotion arrears till now, no payment. Leave allowances from 2018 till now, nothing has been done in other states. Staffers have been told, teachers have been told, professionals have been told. There is a penalty that is being told in other states. What a blended life is that?
All right, I won't allow you to attack my guest. You can go straight to the point without using derogatory words, all right? It's very important. As much as you have freedom of expression, you do not have the freedom to insult or embarrass my guest, all right? Very important. You need to get that. Hello, good morning to
Thank
you.
you. Can I even address him? I said,
Yes.
please. I said no civil servant in the Abia State civil service is being owed. We are talking about leave allowance. We are talking about all those allowances. I don't know whether they have anything to do with what I'm talking about. So I know that as we speak today, just go and cross-check your records. Thank you.
All right. Hello, good morning to you.
Mike, you have kept me waiting. You pay my credit card, I beg.
Yes, welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
I remember Mr. Prince Ulosuagu from here in Monachobo. Good morning, Honorable Married House.
Good morning. He
Good morning,
can hear you.
Honorable.
Yes.
Good morning.
I remember Mr. Prince Ulosuagu. Honorable, let me buttress whatever you are saying there. I'm not from Abia, but with the statistics I get from Abuja, Abia State is one of the states in the southeast that has the highest numerical strength of workers. So believe you me, a lizard that fell from Ude Oko Tree said if nobody gives him rises, he will get up and praise himself. So I praise the governor of Abia State to have been paying with a humorous amount of workers. He does his best. Anybody that is telling us Abia he's not doing this, he's not paying workers. Parastatals can never get any money if that parastatal is not giving what we call subvention. So parastatals should produce, to generate funds for their salaries.
All right, Mr. Princeville. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Kingsley Oba. I'm calling from Iberi.
All right.
Hello?
Yes, go on with your contribution, please.
I think I have taken out time to look at some of the aspirants who have declared their interest. I must say that in terms of experience, the deputy governor is coming with a lot of background experience, first as a chartered accountant, and then secondly, as somebody with diverse experience from government, beginning from the legislative to the executive. And if we must get it right in Abia, we must not play down experience. Experience counts, and experience is important at this time. And I believe that with this kind of experience, he can be able to get Abia right. Remember the current governor of Ebonyi State and others who have been able to fix a lot of things in their state were able to do that.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Hello, good morning to you. Yes, good morning. Welcome. All right, welcome.
Good morning, Your Excellency, sir.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Yeah, I just really, I'm so glad seeing you coming out to declare your interest to vie for the position of the governor. Indeed, whoever that is conversant with governance or corporate world, you should know that the person in the mode of the deputy governor is an asset to the state or any institution. Indeed, it gladdens our hearts to see you indicating your interest. Honestly, we have known in your jurisdiction as the deputy governor, your areas of influence or that are directly under your office, like boundary matters, revenue generation, those who are conversant with the workings, we really know that you have advanced the cause in this area. And Abia State is a state that is bordered by like 6 states, and we know of your efforts in sustaining peace and mediating between these different states. And in every assignment that has been delegated to you by your boss, the governor, we have seen how you passionately carry out the project. So it is indeed, as in, we are so glad to see a person of your caliber to come out to vie for the office of the governor.
All right,
There's no doubt in our mind that you will do exceptionally well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We are solidly behind you.
Thank you for sharing it. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michael.
You're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, my deputy governor.
Good morning, my brother.
When the Ude Oko Chukwu, known well as a Ude Oko, I want to thank God for your life, and we pray that God Almighty will still guide you and protect you. We need a leader that is a youth-oriented leader that will come 2023 and touch life of the people. He will restructure all the market in Abia. As a concerned trader, I stayed in Urban main market. I was happy when I saw you visited Urban, I think, because we pray that people should come and see us here. But one day you visited us. We need the governor that will come and make sure that all the promises, the promises here in Urban come to stand, because the market is going down. We pray. You are from Abia North. When you get there, please, we will support you. If PDP provide you today, as a member of PDP, I and my family and the entire hold of our leaders will be solidly behind you.
All right,
and make sure that you become the executive governor of Abia State. Thank you, and God bless you.
I appreciate it. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, Mr. Michael O'Neill.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, His Excellency, Right Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu, I say to you, good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah, my name remains Comrade Emeka Isaac. Comrade Emeka Isaac is the Abia State Publicity Secretary of Progressive Party YPP in Abia State. Despite the party I found myself, you are one of the, in fact, let me say you are a candidate, you are a material. And let us set aside the, party, something, whatever. I'm from Abia South, more precisely, and my people has gone their own, and I believe that it is the turn of Abia North. I'm saying it openly as the son of Unguan land, that power must go to Abia North. And I believe that if your party, I pray that your party will give you the ticket to flag off the towards next year election. And I believe your government, you will run an open government, a unity government, because I know that everybody will become the governor or the deputy governor at the same time, so that Abia State will move forward. That is my take and the take of Progressive Patriotic United. And have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you for your take. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome to the platform.
Hello, good morning, my fellow.
Good morning.
Good morning, Deputy Governor.
Good morning.
My name is Dikin Abraham from Omai.
How are you?
You have the experience. You have done, like I had the other time, you said you have done 19 years. You have been in the power in this country. You were a two-time speaker, and you did not use your oversight function during the time of the old pensioners in this state now. The old pensioners over 18 years of non-payment of that duty. I'm one of them. I retired in 2015. For now, they are owing me 34 months. No monthly pension. You are there as the deputy governor.
even this present speaker is not using the universal pension. Every year they will build the gratuity and the monthly pension in. The estimate will be exhausted, and
Hello, Dickie.
also they will not pay gratuity. They will not pay pension. At the end of the year, they will put in a supplementary estimate. They will give them the supplementary estimate from the house, and the pensioners, and they will not pay gratuities. Doctors are being owed, teachers are being owed. What are you doing to see that the cushion of pensioners and the doctors and the teachers of the state will be released? Thank you, and God bless.
All right, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us. Let me run through the messages. You're going to respond to all the calls. Nomso from Umahia says the zoning formula is not strange as so labeled, but innovative. It is all encompassing and reflective of the present reality on ground in Abia State and the PDP. That's coming from Nomso. This one says, why haven't you condemned the non-payment of retirees, as mentioned also by Dickin Abraham there? How would you tackle the arrears and the issue of pension and gratuity if elected? That's coming from Ben. This one says, good morning, Michael and Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor. If the Deputy Governor says he's going to toe the governor's line, then there is no hope for him. Let him not contest. That's coming from Ude Uche from Umahia. This one says, what is your salary per month? And how did you get that amount of money for expression of interest form? That's 21 million. My name is Donning. Interesting. All right, the Deputy Governor will answer to you. Give you the answer. To me, I think PDP has tried, but they can't meet the best of Abians. Let's try another party with fresh ideas. That's coming from Noble. This one says, Michael, thank you for your guest. How will you convince Abians that you will handle the issue of regular payment of salaries, concentration of infrastructural development only in Aba, to mention, but few in different ways? That's coming from Kanu Zomba from Isukweto. Victor from Umahia says, Deputy Governor, what is it that you don't like about the present administration? How do you think you can correct it if given the mandate? This one says, Deputy Governor, in your present capacity, what have you done about the suffering of pensioners in Abia? That's the fourth time that is coming. ND from Umahia, thank you. This one says, we support the Deputy Governor in his quest in 2023 Uram's Enterprises. We have a couple of messages on our Facebook page. David says, good morning, Michael and Honorable Ude Oko Chukwu. You are an experienced man. You are a humble man, a gentleman. You don't like to show yourself. You are we are the right man for the job. I hope Abians will vote for you. As for me, I will vote for you. PDP all the way. That's coming from White Pekin from Umahia. God's Power says, okay. Lucky Bright says, Your Excellency, sir, I'm saying you are not good for the job, but I'm not saying you are not good for the job. I think we need to try another person by next year. It will be your 20 years in politics. So please step down, sir, and try a different person. Anyways, let me allow you respond to some of those. Some were so direct that they are asking you, how did you get the money to buy the expression of interest form? That's as much as 21 million. And the issue of pensioners was a recurring. It was a recurring one from the listeners, both on the SMS and the phone line. So, how will you respond to some of those comments, sir?
Well, thank you very much. From the questions, you discovered that issues of pension and gratuity occurred more than 4 times.
Yes.
I must tell you, as a person, when issue of pensions and non-payment of salaries, comes up, I have that moral guilt because I believe that every worker deserves his or her wages.
Okay.
And above all, for the pensioners, you discover that, in fact, that is why the present government will be able to do everything that we need to do to tackle the issue of payment of salaries. But that of pensioners, I have plans in place on how to tackle the issue of pensioners. And you know that this thing is something that started long ago. And I remember that even while I was in the house, I happen to be the chairman, House Committee on Public Accounts.
Okay.
I know the effort that I put in trying to ensure that that area is sanitized, especially as it affects those people who are responsible for payment of gratuities and pension. But however, for me, I consider it man's inhumanity to man, because you discover that sometimes those people who, though they are also civil servants, those people who, caused this problem and who left this problem the way they are, because those people who are saddled with that responsibility were civil servants. And that time you bring them up and ask them questions and did everything that you can do, and they were just doing it as if to say that they too will not retire, sometimes. But however, it has happened. All that we're going to do is to find a lasting solution to it. I tell you, it is one of those things that bothers me as a person, because these are people that have toiled and worked and have, served the state in various levels, and now they are in a position where they cannot help themselves because they have retired. They are no longer active, and their pensions, if their pensions are not coming as it used to be or it should be, you quicken their the time of their death. So for me, I see it as a moral burden, and it's something that would rank foremost in my administration if I have the privilege of becoming the governor of the state. The other person talked about if I'm going to do the part of Okeze, the present governor. This is a man that I have worked with. I have understudied him. I understand his vision. I understand his idea. Some of us might not understand most of the things that he has done, or his feelings about the state. But I know this is a man that loves the state and wants to do his best for the state, and which he has been doing. Yes, he might not be able to do everything at this within this period, but I think people should, where he has done well, we should be able to say, yes, you have done excellently well in these areas. If there are some areas that we are yet to tidy up, this is why, part of the reason why I want to present myself, because I know I have been part of the administration, and I will also know where he stopped and his vision, his own idea. So that there are areas that we need to up, I should be able to do. We should be able to do that, so that consolidate on the gains that he has made so far. He has done well. So, alongside to all the other ideas that I've been able to get, the knowledge I've been able to acquire from other, like the previous administration. I was part of it. I was speaker during Senator T. Oje's administration, and I also know and I have also understudied him. I understand most of the things that he did, and if there are certain things that he still would have wanted to do, assuming that he has more time, I think I will tell you I have an idea of those things. So I will consolidate on what those things these people have done,
Then the area of infrastructure.
Then the area of infrastructure. Yes. You see, whether we like it or not, the truth must be told. This particular administration will have done relatively well. Look at the number of roads that we've done. If you count the number of roads that we've done, you know that it's unprecedented. Yes, we might not have done the road at least to your place. We might not have done all the roads. Yes, no one administration will do everything. But that is the more reason why somebody who understands where we stop, so that once I come in, I'll be able to take up from where this other person, my governor, stopped. I also know the number of roads that he's been able to do. I know the other ones that he hoped to do. I know the other areas, some areas that are clamoring for roads. Some segments are, seriously clamoring for roads. So you'll be able to address those other areas. And at the end of the day, you discover that by the time you are done, virtually every segment, every sector, every person must have been, been attended to. And Somebody talks about how did I manage to get to
the 21 million naira.
One of these days I will refer you to my committee of friends. I can tell you that what people have been able to raise to get this form, you're just talking about 21 million naira. You don't even know what they have done.
So you have your friends backing you.
People raise money to buy this form.
Okay.
People raise money to buy this form. So one of these days, if you care, maybe I will just ask one of them to open to include you in their platform, and you see what is happening there.
All right.
These are people that have confidence and who feel that you can be able to deliver.
Your Excellency, I want to thank you very much for this time. We need to step out of the studio, and we're hoping that with your ambition, you're going to be doing a lot of politicking. It won't affect governance. Governance will not take a backseat because you're still a public officer. We believe that.
Last week I was in Abuja,
okay,
to attend to National Boundary Commission assignments. So he has no way. Even yesterday I attended an event for and on behalf of government. You understand what I'm saying? This is a business that we've been into all these years.
Okay.
There is no way there's no way it will affect whatever I'm doing, as a public officer.
All right. Right Honorable Sir Ude Oko Chukwu, PhD. Thank you very much for joining us on the platform this morning on Flow FM, and we wish you all the best as you vie for that ticket of your party for 2023 general elections. Thank you very much for speaking to us this morning on the platform. And that's it this morning on the platform. Many thanks to my producer, Samson Eze and Ezine Okoro, and also the guys behind the visuals on our Facebook page, Stanley and Chinedu. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Stay out of trouble. My name is Michael Oni.